Well, where did the author get this idea of writing in dialogue form instead of just lecturing or preaching?
It's a very old idea. A man named Socrates in ancient Greece invented it. He was our first great philosopher. It's called the Socratic method.
Are we going to discuss philosophy?
No,
Religion, then?
no. Christianity.
What's the difference?
That's what we're here to find out. What makes Christianity different?
Well, I don't believe in all that stuff.
I know. That's why you're here. You and I make a good pair for a dialogue. We're not the same.
Okay, well, let me ask you something right off the bat. Why should anybody bother with Christianity? I mean, why should I bother with it? What will it do for me?
You would believe it only if it did something for you?
Well, why else?
Well, I think there's only one good reason for anyone ever to believe anything.
What's that?
Because it's true. Do you think it's honest to believe something that isn't true?
No.
Even if it does you some good?
I don't want to believe lies. Santa Claus might do me some good if I believed in him, but I'm not going to believe in him if he isn't real. And, well, I think God is like Santa Claus. Believing might make you a better person, but if he isn't really there, then I don't want to believe in him.
Good for you.
What? I thought you'd criticize me for not believing in God.
Well, I think you're wrong about God, but you're right about honesty. I'll never say you should believe something that isn't true just because it will make you good. I believe Christianity because I believe it's true. It claims to be the truth about God and about us, not just ethical advice about how to live.
Well, Christianity claims to be the truth, yeah. But how do you know it is the truth?
And that's the big question we're here to discuss. The first dialogue is only to get the question straight.
Do you think you can prove it's true?
I think I can prove some of it, and I think I can give good reasons for believing even the parts I can't prove, and I think I can answer your objections to it.
Give me an example. You're getting pretty abstract.
All right, I think I can prove there is a God, but I don't think anyone can prove God is a trinity, three persons. But I think I can show you that it's not a contradiction for one God to be three persons.
And you said you had good reasons for believing what you couldn't prove, like the Trinity. Can you give me a good reason for believing that?
I'll give you three. Jesus, the Bible, and the church all say so.
That's not reason. That's authority.
Well, don't you believe the moon is smaller than the Earth?
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, can you prove the moon is smaller?
No, but the scientists can.
And you believe the scientists, right?
Sure.
So you accept their authority.
Well, they're good scientists. They have a right to say.
That's right. Authority doesn't mean power or being the boss. It means having the right to say. It's right, not might. And if Jesus is the Son of God, and if the church is his teaching institution, and if the Bible is inspired by God, then these three are authorities.
That's three big ifs there.
Yes, they are. And I'll try to prove all three to you in other dialogues. All I want to show you now is that we all believe many things because we trust authorities.
Well, all right. So what?
Well, that's why I believe God is a trinity. The authorities say so.
But you haven't proved the authorities are right.
Not yet, not to you. But I decided to believe myself, and I can tell you my reasons. Maybe you'll agree with them, maybe not.
You mean you're going to try to argue me into Christianity?
No, I can just show you some of the evidence, some of the reasons, that's all. You have to decide for yourself. But to do that, you have to look at the evidence honestly and open-mindedly and fairly.
Is that why you chose to believe? I mean, didn't your parents teach you?
Of course. But when we grow up, we have to make up our own minds. I chose to believe, and that choice was just as free for me as your choice not to believe was your free choice.
Well, did you look at everything in Christianity before you decided?
Oh, of course not. Do you work out every equation in astronomy before you choose to believe the things the astronomers tell you? No, you decide to trust the astronomers, then you believe the things they tell you on their authority. So I decided to trust God's messengers, then believed what they tell us.
God's messengers? What do you mean?
Jesus, and then his disciples who wrote the New Testament and were the first church. So now we can go together to look at Christianity's claim to be the answer.
Well, I hope whoever's reading or listening feels the same way. Because if they do, then they're really exploring along with us. But don't you think that people are going to be afraid to think about these questions?
Why?
Won't they be afraid of losing their faith?
If they feel that way, they don't have much faith in the first place. If you're confident of something, you welcome honest questions about it.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear you say that. I thought believers just blocked their eyes and ears and took a leap in the dark.
No, faith is a leap in the light.
But is your faith based on your head? Are the reasons you're going to give me the real foundation for your life?
No reasons can be the foundation. You can't base your life on an argument.
Well, what do you base your life on then?
God, and my death too.
But how do you know God if not by arguments?
By Jesus. Listening to me argue won't get you as far as reading one of the Gospels and getting to know Jesus.
Well, maybe I'm getting to know Jesus a little better just by talking to you. The argument that impresses me already is what your faith seems to do for you. You seem to have a peace and a certainty and a kind of happiness that I just don't have.
And that's more than an argument, and more than me. That's Jesus.
And that's too heavy for me to handle right now.
Jesus isn't heavy. He said my yoke is easy and my burden is light, and it is.
Well, we'll see.
Yes, we will.